Hi, Doug.
Hello,
You're having your best year ever.
I am.
That's something to say, given home sales, at least existing home sales in Salt Lake, where you're at, are down how much?
Over 30% over the last couple of years.
And your business is up. Let's
My
talk about
business
that.
is up.
Let's talk about that.
Okay.
So, just 10,000 foot view. Why? Why is your business up when for others it's probably down, at least statistically?
Yeah. I have a good database of past clients and center of influence. And so I get a decent amount of business from there. But I prospect every day looking for new business. And there's not as many expireds as there has been in other markets, but I do get some business from expireds. I prospect pay-per-click marketing leads, and that part of my business has gone up dramatically over the last couple of years.
Talk to me about that. How many hours a day? How do you set aside the time? How many people are you calling a day? As
Calling between 25 and 30 people a day, talking to. I'm on the phone from 9 to noon every day. Yeah, and I always have been. So that's the way I've set up
that's
my
just a
business.
habit.
It's a habit.
Who taught you that?
Mike Ferry,
Yep. Were you at his event? I was just there.
I was.
Oh, we were. We didn't connect.
Yeah,
I was
no.
there. He brought
Yeah,
he brought the alumni back. I was there. I was in the back.
yeah.
hmm Not surprising.
Yep, I've gone to every one
Good.
since 2006.
So a little while ago, a couple years ago, you needed a way to stay in touch with your database.
Mhm.
Why did you maybe choose to go down the path with us versus all the other options out there to do that?
It fit the need. I feel comfortable on camera, and so I'm great doing video. Um,
You do a really good job.
well, thank you. I enjoy that part. And so it was an easy way for me to get out on social media. I don't do a lot on social media otherwise, so it was good for me to have a company always do two
Yeah.
videos a month for me.
Yep.
Otherwise, I'm not great at doing it.
How do you know it works? How do you know that sending this stuff out that we do for you, the videos, the lead generation messages, how do you know it's moving the needle?
I get every once in a while, I get somebody that calls me specifically and says, I saw your video, and I want to do something. Most of the time, it's just I hear people say, I watch your stuff all the time. And I can track it, of course. You send me out that report that
Mhm.
shows me who looked at it. I can call the people that I don't know on there. I get a big database now. I've been doing these pay-per-click leads for 5 years. And so it goes out to all of them. And it's just another way for me to stay in touch with people.
What were you doing to stay in touch before Viral?
I was doing just emails, just text-based emails, um, hardly anything on social media.
And after doing these videos all the time, what do you think, which messages resonate the best with your database? Which ones get the best response do you think people watch?
The market update videos.
How's the market? Number one question, right?
Yep. Yep. I
That-
can't do them all the time, obviously. So I do it about once a quarter.
That's about right. hmm
Yeah, but yeah, the clicks on that is always the best, significantly better.
Yeah. Lead in with like where are home prices headed? That's kind of like the big headline for a market update video or market update going out that gets people interacting with you for sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
What do you like the most about Viral? There's something you really like about working with us that really stands out that's like a key value proposition. What is it?
I would say probably two things. One, I love the accountability that, they're always there checking in on me like, we don't have any videos.
Yep.
We need some videos from you. Um, so that's good because if I didn't have that, I would go sometime months without doing it myself. And then second, they do a fantastic job. So you might not know this. I worked with Vyral for a year and then stopped
Oh, and then came back.
and said, I
Oh,
can do this myself.
what did I tell you before the interview? What's our number one source of new business?
Past clients.
Nope.
So I said, I can do this myself. I tried to outsource videos. I tried to, do all kinds of things. And about a year later, I came back and said, that was dumb. Why did I try and do that myself?
I'm curious to know what was like the worst part of that, of trying to string it together. What was the
Um,
wall you kept running up against that you just couldn't get past?
Mostly it was just, there's so much to it, so many different moving parts that for me to, I would have had to hire somebody, like pass it on to a staff member that had a bunch of free time to do. And then the staff member would have had to go out and outsource
Mhm.
some of those things to do. I thought, gosh, I'm pretty good at this Fiverr thing. I can find somebody that can do this, this, and this. They can write the blog, somebody can edit the video. Yeah, such a pain.
You know what that is it's someone to take responsibility and ownership of the editorial process.
Yeah.
That's really what it is like, we have the we have video editors, we have writers, we have the people, but there's someone there, the project manager, that oversees all those stages on Trello to like move it along. So even once you have the individuals, you're still left with the responsibility to move it along,
Yeah.
you know? That's good to know. I should have known that.
Yeah.
Thanks for telling me. Best client that came back. That's great. And also, for those of you that don't know Mike Ferry, phenomenal. And it's actually where Vyral got its start. I was looking to get into real estate right out of college, and I was taken to a Mike Ferry event, and I was going to be an agent, and I was doing my little video marketing program for her, and I was right up front in the paid seating, and then we went out to dinner, and everyone's like, "Hey, you should check out my marketing guy. Here's Frank." And they all asked, "Hey, do you think you can do it for me?"
Oh,
And at the Mike Ferry event in like maybe 2010 is when I really had the idea for Vyral.
wow.
I think there's something here. And I'll tell you, our best customers are the Mike Ferry guys. Harder sell because prospecting generally light on the marketing,
Yep.
right? As you know, but you're having your best year ever, but many people are not.
Yeah.
And you pretty much answered the reason why is you have a strong past client list and you prospect 3 hours a day.
Yep.
Is that pretty much the answer to that's the reason?
That's it. And I'm always kind of shifting who I'm prospecting to.
Who you
I know.
calling now? What's the market of the moment right now in Salt Lake?
It's a few expireds here and there, which I think I've closed three expireds this year. So it's not much.
Mhm.
It was a much bigger portion of my business years ago. But I call expireds every day, and then I'll call the pay-per-click leads the last 3 to 7 days that came in. Um, and then I'm calling my past clients and center of influence, and then just listed, just sold.
Wonderful.
Yeah. I'm adding in probates as well, trying to figure that market out.
And all those contacts, when you talk to them, go in your CRM,
Yep.
right? Question for you, I don't know this. Normally, we would just re-export your CRM once a month and send it over. Have you set up the Zapier integration? So once,
Yes. We
good
set
for
that up a
you.
couple months ago.
Thanks, Doug.
Yeah.
Yep. So every time you talk to someone and you add them in your database, goes right over to us.
Yep.
Cool.
And anytime the system, like anytime I get a new registration on my website, it goes in there. So
Yeah. It all gets synced over right away.
yeah.
We get your material out. Let's pull up your website, shall we?
Yeah.
Hang on here. Give me a brief moment. Hang on. You know, technology, man. There we go. Is that the message? Do you? I'm looking at this for the first time. Let's explore your selling options.
Yep.
That's the idea. You talk to a seller, you talk to an expired. Hey, there's lots of ways to sell your home. You probably see the billboards of everyone that wants to buy it or whatever. I don't know if they're still around in Utah doing that. When I was there were a bunch, like
Yeah, there's
hundreds.
some.
Yeah. But exploring your selling options, and then we have all your videos here. Wonderful job, man. This is great. Looks so good. There you are. What's next for you? What are your goals this year? Next 12 months?
My goal is to close 100 deals. I'm also growing my team. So I have three buyers agents or agent partners, I should call them. One of them just barely started 2 days ago.
Hmm.
And my goal is to have five before the end of the year
Great.
and then make it highly productive.
Are they calling your database?
No, I'm calling my database still.
One of the things you might want to look into, just off the top of my head, is if I were to join your team, I would love to call your database.
Yeah.
And here's what I would say. I'd say, hey, my name's Frank Klesitz. I work for Doug Cary. I understand that you two might know each other. You bought or sold a home with him. Actually, in fact, I'm incorrect. I think you register on his website because you were looking for maybe for some homes for sale. And the reason
They
I'm
are
calling,
calling those people.
yep. And
Yeah.
the reason I'm calling you is maybe to offer you his latest video that he shot on what's going on with the market and direction of home prices. Doug's a smart guy. I work for him. Would you have any interest in speaking with him? I could schedule a call. I bring the people to you. You wizard them, hand it back to me.
Nice.
I would love that, man. Sign me
Yeah.
up. So,
Yeah. I like that idea.
yep. Because the viral clients for recruiting, since you're already publishing all these videos and you have such a good brand name, for someone to call that's brand new, that doesn't really have that brand name on your behalf using it,
Uh-huh.
to bring someone to a call with you where you like probably have much more senior relationship driven conversation to like essentially sign them up and then you hand that back to the agent
Hmm.
is a really cool thing that you can do because of all this personal branding you've done to your list over these years.
Okay. Yeah, I really like that.
Yeah, just it's a little different. You don't hear it much, but you have to have a good brand to do it. It's helpful.
Yeah.
Let me say, what advice would you give to someone who's a client who's struggling right now, or someone who's thinking about signing up? What do they got to do to have their best year ever, Doug? Besides maybe going to a Mike Ferry event, learning the 21 point, now 22 point, I think, sales system he teaches.
Yep.
Prospect 3 hours a day.
Yeah, consistency.
Yeah,
So, yeah, prospecting today and not tomorrow isn't going to help you build momentum. So, whatever you do, do it consistently. It's really hard to jump up to do 3 hours a day every day. And so, rarely am I going to find somebody start doing that because it's a muscle you have to build, that prospecting muscle and that repetitious boredom muscle.
yeah.
So, yeah, start something and stick with it. Be consistent.
Another question for you. I'm really curious. How do you stay so focused when there's so much distraction and so many people calling you to sell you everything
Oh,
and
yeah.
all these different ideas on Facebook groups and all these different mastermind events of all these pitches? How have you kept the blinders on to stay so consistent on those fundamentals? Really, I really want to know because that's a real skill.
Yeah. I don't pay a lot of attention to social media. So that's probably why I hired you because I'm not on it much. And so it's not a huge focus.
Hmm.
I might get on there for a couple minutes a day. It's not something of great interest to me. Um, yeah, I get a lot of phone calls from people trying to sell me a lot of stuff, which I just try not to pay attention to. So it's always, for me, I started out and said, I have a mentor, I have a coach, I know there's others. I'm going to stick with it and I'm going to go. If I start diluting the message, then it starts, I start going everywhere.
If there's one thing I could do better at viral for you, one unmet need I can serve or something I can improve, what is it? Be honest.
More posts online, more posts on social media.
More social media.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that. So there's actually two answers to that question. One is, yeah, we can well, we don't, but we could help you create more content to post,
Yeah.
right? But I think our answer here, there's a little bit better answer. It's just taking your two videos that you make and putting a little bit of money into them.
Yeah.
So there's more reach and they're advertised. And with a really strict restriction on Facebook's targeting, because Facebook wants you to like turn on the AI boost. It just serves it to a whole bunch of nonsense. We keep the restrictions very tight, maybe a couple dollars a day on boosting your stuff.
Hmm.
And it goes to everyone who's visited your website, arguably. It goes to everybody who's in your database if their phone number or email matches up with the profile, and then anybody who has interacted with you online.
Yeah.
And what we find truly, we've had clients that are like, I'm just going to go post every day like something unique, right? And I'll go into the metrics, I'll look at the reach, I'll look at the frequency. It's still pretty low as far as like, is anyone seeing it, right?
Yeah.
Plus, you have all the effort I took. I'll just take the videos already shot, I'll put some money into them, and the reach and frequency is much higher where people actually see it.
Hmm.
Are you doing any of the retargeting stuff with us by chance?
Yes. A little bit. Very little.
Let's look into that.
Okay.
How about your next call? Let's take a look at the uh, frequency and reach. How many people see it,
Okay.
and how many times they see it over the past 30 days? Ideally, I'm kind of looking for like a four times frequency, a 4 to 6 times frequency. That's like
Okay.
every once a week, every little over once a week. You're popping up for, I don't know, a couple thousand people
Yeah.
in that list. So
Okay.
that would be the way that we currently solve that problem.
We're looking at reach, not views.
Yeah, so the metrics are reach. So reach
Okay.
is how many people saw it. The question is who, and if you put a tight restriction on it, I mean, who knows? Facebook could be lying to you,
Yeah.
but arguably that list, which is a very, very, I would call that maybe your online audience or your database.
Hmm.
And, it's usually for most people a couple thousand. And the frequency is how many times they've seen your posts somewhere or your face has popped up.
Hmm.
You're looking for at least a 4, but no more than an 8. Once you go
Okay.
above 6 or 8, the frequency becomes too high and you get ad fatigue.
Okay.
And that's the answer. And that's when you start getting like, oh, Doug, I see everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doug, if someone has a referral to Salt Lake, you service the whole greater area, I assume they just get all your information on your website, right? blog.listingsofutah.com.
Yep. Or listing or just listingsofutah.com.
Listingsofutah.com.
Yeah.
Great.
Salt Lake, Ogden, Provo, any of those areas.
Is that Davis, Weber, and Salt Lake?
Davis, Weber, Utah County.
Yeah, those are your 3 counties. Good
Somebody
deal.
has a referral for Utah. I will refer them to somebody great in Utah.
Cool. Doug, thank you. Thank you for the
Okay.
interview. Oh, by the
Thank
way,
you.
when you're having your great year, I should probably ask this. How many homes sold is that? What is that production?
So we're at 56 closed and pending right now. Probably maybe 57. I just heard my assistant
Is this
talking.
is this year to date?
Year to date.
Doug, that's
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah. Goal is 100. I'm a little behind the 100, but my second half of the year is always busier.
What's the ratio of buyers to listings on that? I'm curious.
It's like 60% listings, 40% buyers. Yeah.
Doug, that's a great business. Mike Ferry would be proud.
Yep.
Good job, man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the interview.
Yeah, thank you. It was great.